Sunflowers, if you're wondering, because I've been doing these at the start of every stream. Well, aside from the last stream, the start of every stream for like the past like week or so. Um, the book is called Learn My Lesson. It is a book about Hades, Meg, and Hercules. The now like I want to say they're the Disney characters because they should be. They're there with Tinkerbell and fucking Captain Hook and Sleeping Beauty and such, and the Beauty and the Beast people. So I want to say they're Disney characters, but Meg kinda looks like that, kinda. Hercules kinda looks like that a little bit. Hades does not look like that. Hades looks nothing like that. Now, if you've got your microscope out and you want to see what they look like, here's this incredibly low quality image of the cover of the book. That isn't the cover that I have, but it's a cover of one of the books. And that is there. That's Hercules on the left. You got Meg, and then Hades, the not Disney looking character, on the right. Quite strange. This book, if it's your first time joining, this book is not a normal book, although it is published and it is in my hands and I have come into possession of it. So it is quite and it is quite the book, I must say. Oh yeah, that's all good, Sunflowers. That's all good. This will mostly be me reading as well. Like, is it Bible? Yes. The person who bought this, who I borrowed it from, I'm not 100% sure where they bought it. I don't know if you can just walk into a bookstore and buy it. It's oh right, I just realized what chapter 19 is all about. Oh. This is going to be a very interesting chapter because I remember chapter 18 left off on a bit of a cliffhanger, so to speak. So I hope you're ready to strap in, and emphasis on strap on for this chapter, because oh boy, where's my music? All right. You can get back into reading. I kind of really like doing these reading streams, by the way, which is why a friend of mine is probably going to give me the next book in the series, which is about Tinkerbell and Captain Hook. And apparently I've been made aware that this book has a bit of a Marvel Cinematic Universe going on, where the books are intertwined with each other and the characters are like overlap between stories. So, oh boy. Same, Sunflowers. I need to catch up on anime. Yeah, this is legit story time. I should probably mention, this chapter is from Hercules' perspective, but, God, why is it from Hercules' perspective? Oh man. Okay. And I will be censoring this if I can remember to make note of it. So, what the hell is this first letter? What? Oh, sorry, it's I, Jesus Christ. I end up kneeling between Hades' legs as Meg takes up position behind me. She smooths her hands over my skin, as if soothing a startled animal. I could tell her it's not necessary, but I can't stop shaking. The clamps on my bunnies don't exactly hurt, but the strange sensation is so acute. It would consume me if I didn't have a ring clamped around my rooster. I realize I'm clutching Hades' thighs and try to relax my grasp. It doesn't work. I've crushed onto Hades. Ironic you mentioned that, Sunflowers, because this is all about Zeus and Hades and their little squabble with Hercules. So yeah, there was there were 18 previous chapters. However, seeing as though this is I want to say this is about 3/4 into the book. It's almost over. I think this might be the ultimate climax of the whole book. Slasher fanfics. Oh man. But yeah, this is a bit of a deep end chapter. There's less than 10 chapters to go, I should mention as well. We're going to do this slow. She squeezes my donkey. Once we're good, you start sucking Hades off, and the clock begins. If you need to stop for any reason, tap out. She leans over me and smacks the cushion next to Hades, demonstrating. Do you understand?
Yes.
I manage. The scene feels different than the last one. Markedly different. Hades is here, still dominating, but having Meg step more fully into that role. It feels like puzzle pieces have clicked together in a way I wasn't prepared for. It's right. The lady voice? Oh boy, just wait till you hear Hades' voice. Oh, who was it? Or Tinkerbell's voice. I don't know if Tinkerbell's gonna show up again, but oh boy. Oh boy. I've locked myself into Tinkerbell's voice now. Oh yeah. She presses an open-mouthed kiss to the back of my neck. Try to relax. Hades' chuckle makes me look up. He's got that amused mask on, but it can't cloak the heat in his dark eyes as he watches us. Who's speaking? Oh.
He's too eager to relax, love. Don't pretend you're not enjoying it.
She gives a little laugh of her own, dark and decadent. Like the kind of expensive wine. Guilty. Then the weight of her is gone from me back. I'm sorry, is this what the fuck? Hang on. Then the weight of her is gone from me back. Did the author mean my back? I fucking swear to God. Oh God, sunflowers. You're not wrong. But no, there have been typos throughout this book. And I like how when it gets raunchy, like when the plot is over, like the author can get through the plot totally fine. But like when you get to the saucy stuff, the author seems to lose a couple brain cells. And there's a couple of typos slip out here and there. It's very strange, like fucking / Zeus. I'm never gonna forgive that one. Anyway, I hear a bottle being uncapped as she spreads lube down my donkey crack and gently pushes a finger into me. The sensation makes me inhale sharply. I've done donkey play before, and plenty of it. I was a shepherd back in the day. The book doesn't say that. But this feels different. Everything about this is different. As Meg fingers my donkey, don't take that out of context, Hades sifts his fingers through my hair.
Relax.
He murmurs.
Let her do the work.
He guides my head to his thigh, letting me rest there. It's impossible to miss his hard rooster pressing against the front of his slacks, but he seems content to ignore it. I close my eyes and focus on breathing as Meg removes her fingers, and the cool head of the strap-on rooster nudges my entrance. It's a fake rooster, keep that in mind. It's one of those like posh stuffed roosters. She eases me into it little at a time, one hand constantly stroking my hips, my back, my donkey, and my crack. The book didn't say that. Hades continues to sift through my fingers, through my hair, doing his own kind of soothing. It's weirdly nice. In this moment, I feel like I'm in the center of their worlds, or at least their formidable attention. When Meg stopped her forward slide, when I'm filled completely, she gives a happy little sigh. Here we go. Oh, sorry, no. There we go. It makes sense in pirate speak. Like, oi me hearties. I open my eyes to find Hades watching me with an indulgent expression.
We've barely gotten started, little Hercules.
I know that, of course. I know that. Meg squeezes my hip. Good? It takes me 2 tries to find my voice. When I speak, I'm hoarse.
I'm good.
Remember, tap out if you need to. She gives me one last squeeze, and a snap creeps into her voice. Now, be a good boy and suck Hades' rooster. Not his rooster. There's gonna be some cockfighting in a minute. I lift myself up enough that I have plenty of room to undo his slacks and pull out his prized rooster. It is the first time I've seen him, and fire truck. He's perfect. My mouth waters at the sight, and I lick my lips. Hades has his hand in my hair again, urging me up a bit so I can take him easily into my mouth. His barely audible exhale as I suck him down makes everything go hot and tight. I try to focus on technique to... I don't even know. My fucking Hercules doesn't even know what to do. What the fuck? My intentions last as long as it takes Meg to withdraw. Wait, what the fuck? Is it just me, or is this point getting a little hard to read? It's still processing the Hercules voice. The fucking Hercules voice kills me whenever a lot of Hercules' sentences start with him just going Meg, and every time I do that in the voice, it fucking kills me.
Meg.
Every goddamn time. It's just that. Like, it's a whole page and that's all he says. Anyway. My intentions last only as long as it takes Meg to withdraw almost fully, and then begin to fire truck my donkey. The growing pressure in my rooster and bunnies. The penetration filling me an obscene amount. Again and again I take him deep, until some piece of my mind clicks off, and I relax fully into everything they're doing to me. They break me down to a baser version of myself. He digivolved down. Even more animal than human. I suck Hades' rooster with everything I have, giving myself over to the feel of him filling my throat as Meg fills my donkey. And boy, is she feeding my donkey a whole lot. I could come from this sensei. Oh, right. It's spelled like it normally would be in the English dictionary. I could come from this sensation alone, except the rooster ring ensures that I won't be able to. Oh yes, he's got his rooster on a leash. Sunflowers. I'm trying to take this as seriously as I can, and then like there's just a weird sentence that doesn't make any sense to me, and it fucking brings me out of it. I want this to last forever, to go on until time unknowable, but we're only human, and the human body can only contain so much pleasure. Hades' hands tighten in my hair, and it's the only warning I get before he's coming, pumping down my throat in long strokes, the salty taste of him lingering on the back of my tongue. I keep sucking, not wanting this to end, but he gently pulls me off his rooster.
That's enough, little Hades. Sorry, your name's Hercules, not Hades. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, I messed that up.
His voice has gained a ragged edge as he confused Hercules for Hades. And I soak up the change just as much as I soak up the feeling of him smoothing his thumbs along my cheekbones, wiping away the tears that I hadn't realized I shed. Also, I'd like to point out again that he came in about 3 seconds from starting. Why? Why couldn't they drag that out? Oh yeah, I've never actually looked at the reviews for this book, by the way. I all it says on the front cover is that this is USA Today's best-selling author. And I'm assuming NYT stands for New York Times. I don't believe that, but sure. Sure. It's just so weird because, like, in the first scene, way back at the restaurant, they were like going at it for like several pages, and then the cum lasted about a sentence. Not even a sentence. So, like, go on longer than that. Come on. Like, I feel like the author might have some of their own what's the word? Intentions seeping into this book. My guess is, well, that's what my guess is anyway. Anyway, Meg eases out of my donkey. I'm vaguely aware of her cleaning us up, but now they've stopped fire trucking me. All I can think about is my throbbing rooster and bunnies. I've got quite the pets. I shift and the soft sound of the chain feels unnaturally loud in the room. They guide me to the couch, and I realize the strap-on is gone. Meg shares a look with Hades as where he sits next to me, and together they begin removing the clamps and a rooster ring. Hades undoes the first clamp, and the instant relief barely lasts a breath. Pain lances me, and I curse as my back bows. My body trying to escape something that's there, something that I'm sorry, what? My body trying to escape something that there's no escaping. Oh, okay, I get it now. He smooths the pain with his mouth, but my senses can't decide if it helps or makes things worse. Before I can figure it out, Hades repeats the process with the other bunny. No, I gotta censor all the F-bombs, alright? These characters like to swear a lot. Gotta I mean, I'm sure there are other swears other than the F word that they can probably use, but boy, does that fire truck word get used a whole lot. Hot damn. Actually, in saying that, I'm so focused on his mouth, I don't even notice Meg carefully removing the rooster ring until she sucks me down.
A fire truck.
I grit out.
Relax.
Hades murmurs, as if that's even the realm of possibilities.
Let her reward you.
Why?
I manage. And neither of them stop. Of course they don't. I didn't say my safe word. If you're wondering, Hercules is a fucking virgin and his safe word is Olympus. Because he loves his daddy. I have no fire trucking intention of saying it either. The book didn't say that, by the way. But even through my haze of pleasure, I can tell this isn't quite right.
Meg.
I can't. Sorry. I can't quite catch my breath.
Ride my rooster, please.
She slowly lifts her head. Even though the scene, I can see the strange vulnerability in her eyes. Tonight hasn't quite fixed the missteps Hades and I have made along the way. Some wounds have to be healed with words and actions, not just fire trucking. I don't care. I hurt her, and the desire to make things right overpowers everything else.
Please.
I repeat. There's farm competitions for animals. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Because I've seen them. I know what they are. I feel like there was even one in Stardew Valley. Oh shit, here we are.
Greedy boy.
Hades' voice in my ear is more tempting than the devil himself.
Oops, I accidentally.
Oh, I forgot to have that button. Oh, interesting. I'll make note of that in the future. I should have used that. Oh, I don't want to have my hand on the button every time.
Give him what he wants, love. He's more than earned it.
I'm not done though. I look up at him.
I want her to ride my rooster. And I want you to make her come.
I'm sorry. Now here's a fucking typo. All right, for real. Lifts his brows. In what? I'm like trying to. Like I can't do this, man. This book's fucking gonna kill me. His lips. It's supposed to be he lifts his brows, but like, or you know, eyebrows in a sense. But why the fuck? Why the fuck is it his lifts his brows? I'm just trying to have like a normal fucking normal book. It's fucking killing me, man. It doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm gonna fucking get a pen and like start writing corrections into this book. I swear to God, a best-selling author, by the way, best-selling author. Hold on, let me do this justice. His lifts his brows, but he doesn't give me a window to his soul the same way Meg does. Hades is an enigma. That's fine. Why does it just say that? Dude, Sunflower, these fucking typos are killing me. Holy shit. Hercules is an enigma. This author is an enigma. I can never get into this author's head. I don't understand what they're thinking about. My mind is an enigma. He can keep his thoughts to himself. This isn't about him. It's about her. Finally, he nods.
As I said, I've lifted his brows.
The book didn't say that.
You've more than earned us an honoring such a...
Okay. I think I know what's happened here. Because there's another issue in the book. It says, as I said, you've more than earned us honoring such a pleasurable request. However, pleasurable request, those two lines aren't on the same line as the rest of the sentence. Yet, there is more than enough space for it to be there. It said it's on a different paragraph. With like, you know, the fucking indent. Like, of it being a new paragraph. Yet, it's the same. Like, I think the author of this book was in the middle of fucking, you know, typing with one hand, so to speak, as they were going through this, and just didn't fucking like correct it at all. Oh, dude, probably sunflowers. Also, good luck with your stuff upstairs. But like, this book is killing me, man. It's killing me. Why? Why is it on a different line? That might as well, if I was reading this correctly, that should have been a different character, but fucking... Anyway.
Earned us honoring such a pleasurable request.
Meg finally nods. Hang on. trying not to aggressively giggle. Oh, fuck. I just can't wait until there's another, like, fucking Meg line that comes up in a second. Meg finally nods. Okay, lie down on the couch, arms behind your back, and clasp your elbows. Fuck, clasp your elbows. I obey, and we all shift to accommodate. The new position arches my back and ensures I can't touch her. A perfect kind of agony. Let me turn my reading light on, hang on. Just realized it's getting kind of hard to read these typos. Anyway. She moves to straddle me, and Hades follows suit, straddling my thighs directly at Meg's back. Holy poopy. I didn't think this through. It's one thing to have me... it's one thing to be between them, overwhelmed by the sensations of them fire trucking me. It's entirely another to have Meg sinking into my aching rooster, and Hades is fully clothed darkness behind her. Why is Hades always fully clothed? Is he shy? Both of them watching my face. Both of them predatory in the most delicious way possible. That's all good, sunflowers. Alright, I have to quickly reply to something. It's too fancy to be naked, that's true. Meg leans forward and presses her palms to my sensitive bunnies as she rolls her hips, fire trucking me slowly in an entirely different way than she was not too long ago. Hades mirrors her movements, cupping her bunnies and playing his long fingers along her bunnies.
You did good work, love.
He's not talking to me, not with his lips pressed to the spot behind her ear. Also, not because he said the word love, not little Hercules. Hercules, have you been paying attention to how Hades speaks at all? Hercules, what are you doing? Not with her mind sliding closed, even as he shifts one hand down the center of her body to stroke her rainbow. It's as if there's a pot of gold down there with a little leprechaun. Maybe if I'm lucky. Her rainbow will grant me a wish. The book said none of that. It's as if I'm not here, as if my rooster is just as much a toy as the ones in the chest behind his desk. It should infuriate me, but it's just as agonizingly sexy as everything else we've done tonight. Use me. I don't say the words. I'm sorry. My brain autocorrect that. Hang on. Use me. I don't say the words out loud. What the fuck is wrong with this chapter? Excuse me? How many times? There's been like 4 typos in this one chapter alone. What the fuck? Alright, hold on. Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, Hercules is saying the worlds out loud. Like Earth and Mercury and Venus, right? All those worlds, yeah? Right? Hades, how many worlds? Underworlds? How many worlds has he got? I seen Buttney Maker. I want to point out what's happened so far. So on the previous page, it says his lifts his brows instead of he lifts his brows. A little bit before that, where was the back one again? Hang on. Ah, yes. The weight of her is gone from me back, because Hercules turned into a pirate for a second. It's all about me back. Pleasurable request is on a different line to the rest of the sentence for some reason, even though there's plenty of space at the end of the sentence to fit it in there in the same paragraph. But it's in a new paragraph all by itself for some reason, even though it's Hades talking. I'm fucking... Oh yeah, and then of course, use me. I don't say the worlds out loud. Loving this book. It's a backslash just all over again. You want to know what it is, Butney? You want to know what it is? This, chapter 19, has been the most raunchiest, like, hot and sweatiest chapter in the whole book so far. And as expected, it has the most typos in it thus far. I like to believe that maybe the author might have been doing something while they were writing this. Because how the fuck... There was one more though, wasn't there? I swear there was one more. There was another typo somewhere else. Yes, I'm not gonna look for the other one, but there's probably another one too. I'm not even at the end of chapter 19 yet. It's probably gonna be more. Exactly, sunflowers. Exactly. Anyway. I don't want to break the spell that the three of us have woven tonight. If that requires my silence to begin to repair the harm done, to ensure that this is Meg's night, then I'm more than happy to oblige. I know. She breathes her... Wait, hang on. I thought he didn't say the worlds out loud. Oh no, I think she's replying to Hades, right? She breathes, and her hands fall away from my chest. She sounds like she's a different person. Some of her dominance bleeding away as she leans back against him, still grinding down on my rooster. Fire truck. But they're beautiful together. I like how if I just said the word fire truck every so often throughout this book, I don't think anybody watching would be none the wiser, like if it was in the book or not. Because that just then, after the rooster, he just said there was just a fire truck. No context. But they're beautiful together. The brightest star and the darkest night, both made better by the presence of each other. If only they realized it. The tank voice. That is going to be one hell of a book, by the way, Butney. I can't wait. Also, Sunflowers, you're right. They were a little preoccupied. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forget what chapter it was on, Sunflowers, but when it might have been the first or second time they mentioned the word Zeus. It's like Zeus, like, you know, the guy in Olympus. It had a backslash in it. Like, it was spelled backslash Zeus, like it was a command or something. Like, what the fuck? I tell you what, this author, they're just full of surprises tonight. They're just full of surprises.
Take him deeper.
Hades urges her to slam down harder on my rooster. Don't do that, Meg. Don't slam on any roosters. Meg moans and let her head fall back on Hades' shoulder. He keeps up those low words, winding her pleasure tighter and tighter around us.
Just like that. Such a pretty rooster he has, don't you think? I bet it would win 5 stars.
Yes.
I picked him just for you, Hercules and his pretty rooster. I mean, look at the man. He was a bit of a shepherd back in Greece.
Is Mount Olympus in Greece? Probably. Gotta love Katee Roberts. I hope the Tinkerbell book is like this. Oh, don't worry, Sunflowers. I'll need to highlight all of these into one, like, into one watchable video. Just a long string of just reading. I want to do that. I want to make that my goal. When I finish the book, of course. Anyway, he meets my gaze as he says it. And we have a moment of perfect understanding. Anything for her. We may go about it in different ways. We will always go about it in different ways. But the goal is still the same. Meg's pleasure. Her happiness. I don't fool myself into thinking it's Hades' only goal. He's admitted as much that it's not. But he loves her no matter how strange the relationship is to me. Not as strange as it used to seem. I can see the lines of it now. I'm sorry. Why is there not just I'm? Am beginning to understand exactly what it is they're after. Am beginning to understand exactly what it is they offer each other. Just like I can see the gaps neither one of them are capable of filling. I don't even know if they realize they lack. Why is that a separate sentence? Oh, I don't even know if they realize the lack. Alright, this fucking book's killing me, man. They must, at least on some level, or I wouldn't be here in this position, acting the part of their third. I could fill those gaps for them. I could be the softness to their jagged edges. Hades nods once, as if I've made the offer aloud. He takes Meg's hand and guides them behind her back, monitoring the same position I'm in.
Use his rooster, love. Take exactly what you need.
He resumes, stroking her rainbow, surprising the leprechaun in such a strange way, as if he's reaching for the pot of gold. The book didn't say that. A possessive touch that conveys the truth. My rooster might be hers, but he owns everyone in this room. Meg strokes loose their smooth rhythm, and Hades is there with his free hand, gripping her hips and forcing her to keep up the motion that'll send her over the edge. I'm close behind, every muscle in my body coiling tighter and tighter as I fight off orgasm. Why is that? Doesn't it say an orgasm? Whatever. She has to come first. She has to. And because it's a race, right? She has to. She needs that first place trophy. They're just running a marathon, that's all. That's why they're so tired. Nothing strange about it. And there's been a lot of accidents in the marathon, that's why there's so many fire trucks. And they're chasing after a bunny rabbit, which is why all the bunnies were... You know what? I'm moving on. Hades ensures it happens. He presses hard on her piercing, and her clussy clenches so tightly around my rooster that I curse. Oh man, so help me God if like fucking Hercules' virgin mouth utters a curse word. Holy shit. What, is he gonna say fire truck? What word is he gonna say? How bad is it that they couldn't say what the curse was? What did he say? Organism? Oh my god. Dude, sunflowers, that probably would be a typo at some point in this book. That's how I should censor it. Oh my god, yes. You're right, sunflowers. Holy shit. I forget myself. I forget my orders. I grab her hips and you can't touch her, Hercules. It's against the rules. I grab her hips and drive into her again and again, chasing my own pleasure as she milks my rooster with her wave of organisms. I don't want to go into detail of how you would milk a rooster, but I'm just going to move on from that. I slump back into the couch. A boneless mess. And Meg does the same against Hades. Fucking Hades. Like his name is an enigma. He presses a kiss to her neck and strokes her stomach, her bunnies, her arm, before shifting to give me a similar treatment. That little touch grounds me when I didn't even realize I was floating. Hades carefully eases Meg down onto my chest and presses a soft kiss to my mouth that I'm too dazed to return. Wait. Who's speaking? Don't move! As if I could, even if I wanted to. I wave a hand vaguely and wrap my arms around Meg, cuddling her into me. She kisses my neck and nuzzles me. Ooh woo fuzzy wuzzy pounces on you, daddy. Obviously, the book didn't say that, by the way. Obviously, it said the word nuzzles, alright, and that set me off. Obviously, as blitzed as I feel. Damn. Just damn. I didn't know coitus could be like this. The book didn't say coitus, I did. I decided to censor it. Even though it's not really censoring it. It was beyond good, beyond great. It was fire-trucking life-changing. And I can't shake the feeling that we've only scratched the surface. Watch out, Hades is gonna swear. He's gonna fire truck and swear. Oh my god. That Clossy was everywhere. I don't know how Clossy made a resurgence, but I only know is the I know it was a thing a while back when the clown thing was going around, but then it stopped. Nobody talked about it. And then a Phoenix Wright animation surged up somewhere, and every fucking person on the planet was talking about Clossy. Every single person. Oh my gosh. This is quite the artist. I can only imagine their other books are filled with such delight. Anyway, after the fuzzles, what was it? Nuzzles, meef, daddy, fuzzy, wuzzy, Hades returns quickly with blankets and a warm, damp rag that smells faintly of clean laundry. Why is it damp? He helps us sit up and cleans us up a little, though he doesn't linger on that aspect. There's an element of softness in his caretaking that I didn't expect. Maybe I should have. Several minutes later, he has us wrapped up in our respective blankets and leaning against him on either side. It feels so fire trucking right. Can we stop saying the fire trucking word for like 5 seconds? I don't bother to question it. Meg reaches across his lap and laces her fingers through mine. Another little point of contact. A connection I crave as much as Hades' warm strength. I don't know how much time passes while Hades acts as a rock to our respective storms. Long enough that my heart is no longer trying to beat its way out of my chest, and my breathing evens out. Finally, as if he's reluctant to break this peace as I am, he sighs.
I suppose it's long since past time to talk.
Oh god, what's he gonna say now? That's the end of chapter 19, by the way. Chapter 20 is from Meg's perspective. Oh, I see sunflowers. Oh my god. If it made a sound, I imagine a rock would make the same sound a tree would if it fell over in the woods and no one was around to hear it. It would make that sound. It's a very elusive sound that's very hard to capture on film. Actually, no, wait. It's easy to capture on film, you just need to record the sound. But you know, that sound. That's the sound. Alright. Oh boy. Hang on, how long is chapter 20 from Meg's perspective? Oh, it's... Wow, chapter 19 went on for a fucking long time, now that I'm comparing it to all the other ones. Wow, yeah, the book is almost over. Okay. I don't have the energy for this conversation now, which must have been the point when we began this last night. It doesn't seem to matter though, because Hades is speaking in that careful way of his that seems to come out when he's negotiating. I push up a little, needing to see his face as he talks. My body resists the call to action, but I power through the languid feeling coating my muscles. Some things are more important than the afterglow. On his other side, Hercules does the same, shifting back to rest against the armor of the couch. His legs are still pressing against Hades's. He doesn't seem to be able to give up that contact, any more than I can. Hades plays his fingers along my knee and sighs.
I targeted Hercules specifically.
Oh boy. It's time for plot. They're not gonna mention a single goddamn thing about sex in this entire chapter. It's just gonna be plot. So hope you're ready. Now the real point of the book begins. These last 9 chapters are just gonna be the fucking like... Wait, 9? Sorry, no, 8 chapters. Wait, no, 7 chapters, sorry. No, 9. No, these last 9 chapters are just gonna be fucking... plot. My god. Dad's best friend. Good lord. Anyway. I know that already. He does nothing without reason, and we were in that restaurant with the sole purpose of netting Hercules.
I'm aware of that, even if you didn't bother to tell me.
My voice comes out sharper than I want it to, giving too much away. I can't seem to help myself. My defenses are down, crashed to pieces by these 2 men. He continues, as if I haven't spoken.
I did intend him as a gift to you, love, but that's not the reason I picked him specifically.
A gift? I still haven't quite wrapped my mind around the fact that Hades knew exactly how messed up we'd gotten instead of talking to me like a normal person. He served me Hercules on a platter. I don't know that I can throw stones at this point. I'm sorry, these metaphors are fucking tearing my brain cells apart. As Hades pointed out, I didn't exactly tell him everything I was feeling. Maybe he's right. We aren't normal people to fix our problems in that way. And I can't deny that Hercules' presence helps me. That Hercules' presence helps in ways I wasn't expecting. Not solely in prodding us to talk to each other, but he's a soft ooey gooey center to our harsh edges. I wonder how many licks it takes to get to center of his Tootsie Pop. Although I think we've already figured that out, it's like 3. He blunts us, allowing us to connect in a softer way. I clear my throat, bringing my attention back to this room, this conversation.
Why did you pick him specifically?
A long time ago, before I came to Kavar City, I lived in Olympus.
Oh, fuck. The plot thickens, just like aged milk. Oh, yeah, cookie. No, there was another scene earlier where, fucking Meg was getting it on with Hercules. It was, it was over pretty fast. This rooster died. Oh no. I don't know why they had to say ooey gooey center though. That's a bit... I don't know. They could have used other words for that. Anyway.
I know.
Just that he lived at Olympus and was exiled Nothing more. Maybe I should know more about him, how he grew up, what his family is like. It's not something we've ever talked about. My parents were... Does Hades even have parents? Who the fuck is Hades' parents? My parents were hardly saints, and they turned their backs on me when I ran off with Declan. Oh, Declan! Holy shit! Declan has been mentioned 3 times in this whole book. Oh my god. Every time Declan's name comes up, I get really excited. Because Declan has, like, he has got... Now he's officially got more screen time than the bouncer at the entrance to the underworld. Holy shit. The same parents as Zeus. Oh yeah, they were brothers. That's right. Declan. Okay, because every time they mention Declan, whoever the fuck is reading the book will not understand who the fuck Declan is. I'll restate who Declan is. Apparently, Meg met somebody called Declan, and Declan dropped her off at this BDSM club and then fucked off. That is the extent of the knowledge I have of Declan. That's it. Alright? And Hades, like, I don't know, was nice to Meg. And I guess that's the story. Alright? And then you caught up today. Declan has been mentioned 3 times. The first time, they mentioned that, oh yeah, you know, I came to the club, my first time was with Declan, and then he disappeared. The second time she mentioned her name, she mentioned his name, Declan, and that was the end of it. And now, when I ran off with Declan all those years ago, and that's it, we're never going to hear Declan ever again. That's all you're going to get for Declan. There's like fucking 9 chapters left. I don't think we're going to hear about Declan ever again. I couldn't bear to admit they were right about him, so I've never gone back. And they've never once tried to reach out. It doesn't hurt quite as much as it used to, but that tenderness caused me to never push Hades about his past. What's the point? We have our now and our future. Obviously, I should have paid more attention. Oh. No, actually, Sunflowers, that makes sense. That makes sense, because I remember, who was it? Like, I think this book has given me more Greek mythology than anything I've retained from the previous books. Wait. Is it actually Thanos? Wait. Wait, Buttony, hold on. Wait. Oh my god. I didn't realize. Wait, the God of Chaos. Now I need to know I need to brush up on my Marvel lore. Is there a reason why Thanos in Marvel is like, I guess the God of Chaos? The like comic book version of Chaos? Is that what that's about? Is that the origin story for that Thanos too? History professor. Goddamn, Buttony, you have a shitload of knowledge. Thanos and his big purple chin. He just he used his fucking infinity gauntlet to create Zeus. No wonder why he was so powerful back in Olympus. God damn. But that's interesting. I hope Hades mentions that. I really hope he does. I don't know about Loki. I heard a little bit about Loki. Alright, mainly because of, you know, the movies, but he was quite the trickster. Unhealthy obsessions. For the first time tonight, Hades hesitates. He glances at Hercules. A connection so brief, I wouldn't have caught it if I weren't watching them so closely.
I had a family, wife, son, a promising future as one of the most powerful people within the city.
A wife. A son. Each word hits me in the chest with the force of a sledgehammer. 2 things I can never, ever give Hades. Two things I desperately don't want, even now. I start to pull away, but his hand brackets my knee. But his hand bracketing my knee tightens, and he turns to me.
Listen.
I don't want to. I don't want to hear how happy he was, how normal he was. Some truths aren't mine to bear, and this one is too much to handle. I might laugh if I could find the breath for it. Of all the secrets lurking in his past, this will be the one to break me. Not the horrible things he's done, not the people he's hurt along the way in his quest to secure power, not the legion of people he's fire-trucked. Just this. A wife, a son, an entire life I knew nothing about. I swallowed hard. Oh, I'm sure she's swallowing alright.
I'd really rather not.
Listen.
I'm sorry, I should have read an extra sentence.
Listen.
This time it's Hercules who speaks. His deep voice. Sorry. His nerdy, husky, virgin voice, steadying something. Not the time to give him that voice, man. Really not the time. God, he's so hot. I love him. Fuck, man, he's got such a good voice. That fucking Hercules. God damn. Holy shit. Oh, interesting. Go funky chameleon. No, in Meg's mind, Hercules has a very deep voice. But don't worry. Don't worry, he's got the voice of an angel. His deep, sexy voice, steadying something in me despite every molecule in my body, demanding I get the hell out of here, and saying that his voice isn't as good as I believe it to be. That part wasn't in the book. Hades. Hades gives me a long look and continues.
We didn't last the year after I inherited the position of Hades. I was too young, innocent. I couldn't protect them.
A pit opens up in my chest.
What happened?
Zeus killed them.
Hercules makes a choked noise. But Hades doesn't. Sorry. But Hades doesn't look away from my face.
He killed them.
He repeats.
And he drove me out of Olympus with nothing but sorrow to accompany me. For 30 years, he's been untouchable, well beyond my reach. And now, I have the chance to balance the scales. A son for a son.
My mind is racing, and my body tenses as if I'm about to flee for my life. But what about a moon for a moon? The book didn't say that. Rejecting the things he's saying.
You, Hercules, his son?
Zeus is my father. Yes.
But this fucking book, man. Holy shit. I'm sorry, Loki birthed a six-legged horse? I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Man, Greek lore is Greek mythology is it's something. It's certainly something. My god. More pieces fall into place. The reason Hercules left Olympus, because of his father's monstrosity. It never occurred to me that it could be connected to Hades. I grab Hades' wrist and wait for them to look at me.
You're not killing Hercules!
He gives me a small smile.
Hardly, love. I'm not in the business of murder.
I could argue otherwise. He's more than happy to hand people over to their enemies, which may or may Hello, author! I'd like to make a complaint. Where the fuck is the knot? Now, I don't know if the author's being a fucking smartass here and being like, oh yeah, they will die. But no, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be, which may or may not result in their death. But it straight up says, I shit you not, which may or may result in their death. So they're just gonna die. Gotcha. Even if his hands remain relatively clean, he was more than happy to hand Jasmine over to a man who terrified her. I can't blame him for that though. Not when my hands are equally dirty with his deals. I look from Hades to Hercules and back again, and then I look back at Hercules and I see he's holding that bottle of that shampoo that was in the ad that guy looked over to.
So, you seduced the son to hurt the father. I'm assuming there's some footage or photographs that will make their way to him.
He shrugs.
It's possible.
And then he thinks like, oh man, that was probably a good idea. I should have done that. Norse mythology. Oh! Oh, right. Yo, hang on. There's like multiple... Wait, is it just the one Loki or is there multiple Lokis? Did. Oh my god, he did. Okay. He's an absolute gremlin. Oh my god. Anyway, I point at Hercules.
And you're okay with this? With him using you like this?
It can't last forever. No matter what Hades negotiated as terms, he's going to drag Hercules down to our level and then cut him loose to drown.
You can't be okay with this.
My father is a monster.
He says it so calmly without a stutter in his voice, as if remarking on the weather, with that goddamn supple, deep voice of his. With the little I know of Zeus at this point, the book didn't say that by the way. With the little I know of Zeus at this point, I can't argue with him. But surely he sees this isn't as simple as Hades said it has it laid out to be. They knew, and spoke about this, and didn't loop me in until I forced them to. I feel like I'm falling. Every time I hit the bottom, it collapses beneath me, revealing farther to drop. I am completely amarital to this place. Just the lure of Hades placed to draw... Just the lure Hades placed to draw Hercules in. He didn't tell me, and Hercules seemed more than content to keep his silence too. It hurts. It hurts way more than a fire truckin' should. And I can't help feeling like Hades has drawn a circle in the sand, and I'm on the way outside of it. Why bother to tell me the plans? My part in them has been served. He's only doing it now to placate me, to keep me content and avoid rocking the boat further, not because he genuinely wants me involved or sees me as an equal partner. Even offering Hercules as a gift feels secondary to his vengeance. When he gets sassy. God, if there's only like a couple chapters left, if they venture to Olympus and there's like this huge climax with Zeus, I feel like my life will be complete. That's not gonna happen. There's no way that's gonna happen. But I will be so happy if it did. Anyway, I swallow past the hard knot in my throat. Careful now, Meg.
So, You take the pictures, send them to Zeus, and what? How is that even close to equal to what he did to you?
It's not.
Just that, nothing more. Even with all this talk of talking, he's still shutting me out. I wait, but no more information seems to be forthcoming. He's even given me enough that I'm supposed to be satisfied, but even now he's holding back. I want to shake him, to scream at him, to list all the ways he's been breaking us, even as he appears to take actions to heal us. I don't. I won't change anything. Not really. Instead, I lean over and take his chin the same way he does to me when he wants my undivided attention. Hades! I pitch my voice low, but not really, because that would make the narrator feel a bit weird. Book didn't say that. But it shakes me with the sheer intensity of the feelings I'm determined not to show. If you hurt Hercules, that's it. I'm out.
You have a lifetime sentence, love.
I give him a sad smile.
We both know that won't stop me if I want to disappear. You deliver harm to him, and I'm gone for good.
He searches my face with those dark, 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 dark. Oh wait, they didn't record? Fuck! I have to reset my soundboard. But I was essentially just going to keep repeating that indefinitely. But it only says it like twice. All amusement flees his expression.
You're serious?
Yes.
McGarry.
I drop my hand and push to my feet.
Good night, Hades.
I nod at Hercules, who's still watching us with a stunned expression on his face.
Sleep well.
That was a very descriptive look at Hercules. Egyptian history is the most kinky, right up there with Victorian history. There's a lot of weird shit that happens in Egypt. A lot of weird shit goes on over there. Over the side of the Nile. Oh my gosh. I don't bother to retrieve my dress before I leave the office. I take the back stairs down to the residential floor. Tomorrow, I have to spend more time in the club to see and be seen. Oh, okay. The old saying about the mice playing while the cat is away is never truer than with a bunch of kinky criminals in a sex club. They'll push just as far as we'll let them. So, likely, I'll have to make an example of someone tomorrow. Once upon a time, the thought would fill me with glee. There was nothing I loved more than bringing a proud person down a few notches, to strip them of their core self and rock their world. Now, I'm just tired. So fire-trucking tired. Hades won't change, whatever his plan is for Hercules. I know him well enough to know that. No matter how much he cares about me, no matter how much he claims to want to fix things, he's been harboring the need for revenge for 30 years, just as for his wife and child. I stop. How goddamn selfish do I have to be? That is the thing that trips me up. Not his vengeful, potentially murderous intentions. No. It's the kid who makes my chest and eyes burn. I don't want kids. I never have. It was something I thought Hades and I had in common. A total and complete lack of desire to procreate. But I know what I heard in his voice when he mentioned his son. Longing. My god, this is getting deep now. Oh fuck, I didn't expect this to be so deep. I mean, chapter 19 was pretty deep if you know what I mean. I didn't expect this to get pretty deep though. Manhwa? But you've already read that? Oh my god. My gosh. I'll send you a link. Okay, I'll have to do a deep dive on it. I'm not sure what you guys are referencing. I'm a selfish beyond measure to be hurt by that longing. So incredibly selfish to hate that he's lied to me. 10 years we've been together, and he's wanted children this whole time. I hate that guilt that eats away at me. I haven't done anything wrong. If he'd communicated with me, and the very idea is laughable now, then we wouldn't be together. Some things a person cannot compromise on, and having children numbers among them. How dare he hide this from me? I shoved through my door and dropped the blanket to the floor, and then I dropped some sick rhymes on the floor. I can't do this. I thought I had a clear understanding of my life and relationship. Nothing is perfect, but at least I know the boundaries I'm willing to compromise on. I thought I knew him. It hurts beyond measure to realize I didn't know anything at all. Hang on, I just realized. Only Mega's in this scene. Oh damn. Some real shady stuff. This manhwa is very interesting. Manhwa. A quick shower does nothing to clear my spiraling thoughts. I wrap myself in my robe and stare down at my bed. The thought of sleeping alone is unbearable, which might make me laugh if I had anything resembling a sense of humor left after tonight. The temptation rises to call Jasmine and make the drive over to Jafar's penthouse, but we don't have that kind of relationship. Fire trucking and friendship, yes, but not the depth that allows me to crawl into bed with them and take comfort from their presence. I'm being a coward. Before I can talk myself out of it, I walk out my door and pad down the hallway to Hercules' suite. I lift my hand to knock, and it's only then I pause to consider that he might not have come back to his room. Even now, he might be settling into Hades' giant bed. I lower my hand. This self-pitying spiral is exhausting. I am not fit company for anyone right now, and looking for a shoulder to lean on is just as selfish as everything else I've done today, this week, this year, this decade. The door opens before I can turn and walk away. Hercules leans against the door jamb. Pardon me for one moment while I look up what a door jamb is. Dear Google, please answer me this riddle. What is a door jamb? Oh, okay, it is a real word. Why not say door frame? Why not just use the word door frame? I fucking swear to God. Why they gotta throw me for a loop like that? Jesus Christ. Door jamb. It's American. Door jamb? Is the B silent? Door jamb? What the fuck? It's like me trying to pronounce the word fucking dovet, dude. It's like me seeing the word dovet for the first time. It's like, oh yeah, everybody knows what a dovet is. Yeah, no, it's such a common word, the word dovet. What do you call it, a doona? It's not a doona, mate, it's a dovet. I will never pronounce that name correctly. I know how it's supposed to be said, and I'm intentionally saying dovet. They're called door frames, door jams. Apparently, Yeah, door jams. Jams. Is that why it's called door jam? Because it jams the door. Is that why? Hang on. No. I need to look at that description again. What does door jam mean? The upright piece forming the side of a door opening. The frame. It's the frame. Oh no, those are the jams. Why the fuck are they called jams? Oh, hold on. What's a muntin? Wait a minute. And a lintel. What are these? What are these funny words? Hang on. I must know what a muntin is. Muntin. A bar or ridge supporting a strip between adjacent planes of glass. A glazing bar. I can confidently say I've never seen a What is the difference between a muntin and a mullen? What language is this? What fucking language is this? Fucking swear to God. Mullins are vertical shafts located between windows. Oh! The middle bit in a window is called a mullen. Oh! Meanwhile, muntins are found on the window glass itself. Oh, that's a muntin. Ha! I know what a muntin is now. You need a dictionary? Botany. I have never in my life heard the word muntin and mullen. I've heard the word mulligan, but mulligan and mullen are very different words. I don't know if these are. When I look at a door. Now hear me out. When I look at a door, I'm no architect. Alright. But I see a door, a doorknob, and a door frame. I have never seen a lintel, a litz, a muntin, stillies, jams, any other shit along those lines. Holy fuck. The plus side you're awake, that's good. It's good to hear. Fucking Christ. It said mutton. It might as well be mutton. And stick some mutton in the door. That'll keep the door jamb open. It doesn't even have like a proper... What's the purpose of the door jamb, please? It takes the weight of a door. Hold on, I need to analyze this footage. Muntin. Just like... It just sounds like it's a fucking British word you use as a slur for somebody. Oh, you're bloody munt, mate. You're muntin'. It's muntin' over here. Oh, you munt. So Alright. Alright. I forgot. More importantly, Hercules is sitting on the door jambs. The B must be silent in that word. Hang on. No, I'm not gonna Google Translate it. Door jams. With that big old B at the end. Fucking hell. Anyway, where the hell was he up to? Oh yeah, he's leaning on the door jamb. His hair wet from a recent shower, and a towel wrapped low against his hips. He studies me for a long moment, before he pushes off the frame.
Why would you say the word frame there?
No. He pushes himself off the door jambs and steps back.
Come in. I just finished polishing up the door jambs.
The book didn't say that.
Actually,
Meg,
He gives me a soft smile.
come in.
It's what I want. Why am I so conflicted about taking it? I finally nod and follow him into his room. He doesn't speak again. Oh wow. Short book. It's over already. And I have too much to say to get anything out. Hercules disappears into the bathroom for a moment and comes back naked. I think we've read enough for today. I'm kidding. I'm going to keep going until this chapter is done. He eases off my robe and takes my hand, tugging me to his bed, and tucking us both in with an efficiency that's truly impressive. How do you tuck someone in efficiently? I'm not going to think about that too much. I rest my head against his chest and listen to his strong heart beating. The comfort he offers comes without strings, without manipulations. Maybe that's why it's so easy to speak. Maybe that's why it's so easy to speak my pain into the dark room.
Tonight hurt.
I know.
He smooths a hand over my hair.
I'm sorry.
I love him.
I don't even know why I'm saying this. Why I'm treating this man as my own personal confessional. But I can't seem to stop.
I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if it ever was.
Hercules cuddles me. He nuzzles me. He ooh-woo pounces on me. Again, the book didn't say that. His strong arms acting as a barrier between me and the rest of the world.
He'd walk on fire for you. He'd walk through fire for you.
Maybe once. But I don't know if it's true any longer.
When we first fell for each other, yes. But the years have a way of taking their toll. We've grown apart. The stupid thing is that I don't even know when it started. It's something I should know, right? But it feels like I just woke up one day and realized that I'm still talking. Oh my god, this is a long paragraph. That he's almost more of a stranger now than he was when I made my deal.
It happens like that sometimes.
His lips brush my forehead.
I think he's trying, though. In his own way.
I'm not so sure. What kind of man throws another man at a problem instead of waiting in it to fix himself? Hades? Hades. That's who. Sorry, it took me a second to get that. I managed to keep that down inside, though. Hercules has enough to worry about without adding my wavering emotional health into the mix. I hold him as tightly as I can.
If you were smart, you'd run. I can get you out.
Wait. Oh yeah.
You'd run. I can get you out of, I can get you out if that's what you decide.
Hercules presses a kiss to my temple. I didn't... Oh wow, she has a whole temple to herself.
I'm not going anywhere. Meg.
That's what I'm afraid of. Now, the question is, do I do chapter 21, or do I just knock out the rest of the book in one single stream? If I do one more chapter, I can finish the book on the next stream. So we're going to read chapter 21. In fact, maybe I should just read the whole book. Because I'm going to have to get to bed early today. So, I don't know if I should just finish the book now and finish Mega Man tomorrow. That might be better. Knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Hercules is too much of a Chad. I don't know what kind of male he is, but I think he's on the level of Sigma. Oh no, sorry, he's a Ligma male. My bad. He's a Ligma male. Anyway, chapter 21 is from Hades. Hold on. There we go. I let myself into Hercules' room well before dawn. The faint light of the full moon shines through his windows, illuminating the scene on the bed. I knew Meg would need comfort tonight. Oh shit, hang on. But I also knew that she wouldn't accept it from me. Not this time. Is that what she wants? To walk in the sun with a man like that one holding her so close while she sleeps? The thought carves out my stomach and leaves me curiously empty. If I was a better man, I'd let them both go. Let them attempt to find whatever happiness there is in the world with each other. If any two are able to do it, it's Meg and Hercules. For all her scars, she's still one of the good ones. He brings that side out of her. I'd have to be particularly dense not to recognize that. I'm not a better man. I'm not even a good one. This woman and this man belong to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to ensure they stay. Hercules is a ligma, alright. He's a ligma. I would be thrown into a laughing fit if at any point Hades, like even in that scene in chapter 19, Hades was like, hey Hercules, guess what? Ligma. And Hercules is like, what? And then Hades is like, Ligma balls. And he's like already in that position, so he might as well just do it. Like, fucking, if that happened, yeah, this is the best-selling author, without a doubt. That would, when did this come out? Does it say when it's published? 2021. No, that can't be right. Not 2021. No, that's not right. This is older, right? I still can't even believe the 2019. That can't be right either. Surely not. This is like a 2015 book at best, surely. If there was ever a serious fanfic like this that had a D's nuts joke inside of it, I would fucking lose my shit. That would be so funny. 2019 or 2020. That's still pretty fucking recent. Like, that's not even like, that's barely a couple years old. I don't know why I'm thinking that this book came from like 2015 or like the 2015 era. Anyway, I give a soundless sigh and Hercules opens his eyes. We stare at each other for a long moment. I expect a recrimination, judgment, anger, any number of things. He simply smiles.
I figured you'd make your way back here eventually.
Am I becoming predictable?
We both speak low, but not really because the narrator won't do that. To avoid waking Meg. Though, I could have told him it's unnecessary. Once she falls asleep, she's dead to the world. A tornado could burst through this building and she'd likely sleep through it.
You care.
2 words to encompass so many conflicting emotions. I nod at the woman sleeping in his arms.
Thank you. She wouldn't accept this from me, but she needs it.
Hercules shakes his head slowly.
You really are a good dom, aren't you?
Yes.
It's like, you're using your words there, Hercules. Hell yeah. Exactly, Sunflowers, exactly. I don't know why I'm thinking that era. Maybe that's just because like that's like the fanfic era. Like that's when I feel like fanfics were prominent. I don't know why I think that, that fanfics aren't being created nowadays. I think people are just caught up with, like, you know, I guess social media and stuff to write fanfics. Like, I'd believe there are still people out there that are very prominent at writing fanfics. Like, I mean, Katee Roberts, for example. Anyway. I should leave it at that. But apparently the honesty earlier tonight begets further honesty.
But not a good person.
No, not a good person.
He lifts a hand and motions me forward.
What are you waiting for?
Will that man ever cease to surprise me? I slip my hand into my pockets and take a step back.
I'm respecting her wishes.
You're being a fire-trucking idiot.
I blink.
You're a mouthy little sub, aren't you? God, you got BLT written all over you. Oh, I should just get a Subway and hand you back in for another one.
There's a specialness to Hercules. The book didn't say that, by the way. There's a specialness to Hercules that I can't let myself enjoy. He's not for keeping. And forgetting that is unacceptable. Leaving right now is the only option. Yet my feet don't quite get the instruction. What if he was for keeping? For Meg, yes, but also for me.
It's not just me she needs, and you know it. Stop being a fire-trucking coward and get in here.
Now is the time to walk. Meg and I have survived plenty in our decade together, and that history suggests we'll survive this too. Hercules was only meant to be a temporary fix. Or that was the plan until he burst into our lives and... What do you mean burst into? You fucking picked him in a restaurant. Burst into our lives, and the balance shifted. It's the one thing I couldn't have anticipated. His effect on both of us. For the first time in 30 years, I don't know what the future holds. Not in its entirety. I can't be sure my plan won't break us. That's true. Like, I in terms of, like, I guess my experience growing up, I've never, ever read a fanfic for the sake of, like, what's the word? The reason why you'd read a fanfic. I've only read the Sonic Harem fanfic, and that was just because it was hilariously bad, and that was the reason why I read that one, or at least part of it anyway. This is the first actual fanfic I've ever read in my life, and almost in its entirety because we're nearly done. With the access of the internet and how easy it is to get your hands on, like, you know, the media that would perform a similar function, because obviously back in the day, which is why I think I mentioned the 2013 and like 2015 sort of era, is it's harder to get your hands on that kind of, you know, material, like that kind of like media that would obviously... Man, I'm really beating around the bush here, aren't I? You know, that'll get the job done. Whereas one of these books and fanfics would come in handy, quite literally. And I guess due to like how, you know, accessible the internet is nowadays, it's weird to see that these books are still like being published as efficiently as they are. Granted, obviously there's a bunch of typos in this book, which leads me to believe that there might not have been somebody who read it, but I'll leave that aside. But it is interesting. Oh, I see, sunflowers, I see. I will tell you what, though. This book has made me laugh on multiple occasions. Fucking... Mainly because I'm reading it out loud, and the fucking Meg line kills me every time it comes up. Oh, true. I see, sunflowers. I guess that, to be fair, that is something you can't get from, I guess, just images. Let's use the word images. And where a where a fanfic would come into play. I see. Shit, where the hell was I up to? Oh yeah. I strip slowly, aware of Hercules' attention on me. A small vein wait, hang on, I just realized they're all in the same room together. There we go.
Meg.
A small vain part of me enjoys the way he watches me so closely. But he's right. This isn't about me, or even about us. How can this man commit to such a long-standing relationship and see things so clearly? I didn't plan on that. Perhaps it's just who he is. He shines a light wherever he goes. I carefully climb under the bed, on the other side of Meg. And she barely shifts as I settle in next to her. She looks younger like this. Less world-weary. With her is that really the world? Is that really the word world, or is it the word word? I can't believe this author anymore. Less world-weary, with her careful cultivated mask, is set for the moment. It makes me ache. She's so formidable during her waking hours. She may stand at my side, but she doesn't need me. Not for protection. Not to shore up her defenses. Not for a single thing. It's such an attractive thing in a partner, to know that she can weather any storm and keep the things we value safe in the process. But somewhere along the way, we went from standing side by side to being on either end of a gulf. I don't know how to cross. I'm too old, too set in my ways, and I can't bend for anyone, even her.
She's worth it.
Hercules, why the fuck are you speaking right now? I don't even know if Hercules said that, but I'm just going to assume that's what he said because there's no real line after that. This is just text. It just came out of nowhere. Hercules is quite a thick lad, stretched from edge to edge. He's taken up most of the bed by himself. Anyway, for a moment, I think Hercules is pulling the thoughts straight out of my head, teasing them into existence through sheer force of will. How do you tease something into existence, Hades? Please elaborate. That would be a neat trick. I've heard spinning is a neat trick too. But it's ultimately impossible. No, this man is simply better at reading people than I anticipated. I shift into my side, so I can see him better, and he mirrors the movement.
Surely your anger at your father doesn't delve deep enough to sacrifice yourself for it.
Looking forward to finishing this book, maybe, Butney. Maybe I don't want it to end. Maybe I just want an extra bonus chapter. I need an epilogue. Also, it's getting dangerously close to the end right now. I don't know what's left. Like, I don't feel like there's enough chapters left or enough pages left to write another saucy section, and I don't know how they can top the previous saucy section in chapter 19. Like, all I can hope for is that somehow, some way, Zeus is going to get involved, and that would make my day. Everything's just open game. It's true. It's true. I feel like I've kind of embraced that with streaming a little bit, because I don't know, since being one of those like fucking horny streamers on main, it's kind of hard to like turn a blind eye to it now. It's like, you know, it happens. Everybody does it. It's whatever. Hercules doesn't blink at the change in topic.
That's not really for you to say, is it?
He has a point. But I don't like unknown quantities. And this man has proven himself to be one. Since bargaining himself away from Meg, he hasn't quite done what I expect. I study his face, taking in the strong lines of his jaw and cheekbones. The straight Roman nose. That Disney artwork is so great. Those full lips that save his features from being too harsh. Really though, his eyes that hold a person captive. His wide, thick blue eyes and that goddamn red headband. Oh man, that gladiator outfit just don't. Oh. And his sandals that he wears in bed. It's so good. Contrary to popular belief, not all eyes are the windows to the soul. Too many things can counteract that. Control, fear, a skilled lie. Hercules has none of that. His eyes could drown in the unwary. I don't look away.
Explain it to me.
Oh boy. Hercules is going to have a lot of talking right now. Oh man. There's also some interesting names in here. Is Maelstrom? Oh, interesting. 6. That actually, I should probably mention, I do own a couple of comic books. I haven't read all the comic books I have, that I picked up off me travels. But I got the Silk books, or at least the first, like, I think 3 or 4 Silk books. And Silk, I think it's number 2. Holy shit, like the fucking artwork in that. And I bet you're about to say, I bet you're thinking I was about to say good. No, it's the complete opposite. Holy fuck. Like, I don't know who the illustrator is for that comic book, but my god. Might as well have had typos in it, honestly, with the artwork like that. Which is weird because, like, whoever did Silk 1 was amazing. But number 2, I can't imagine it being the same person. I can't. Dead. When I do the Tinkerbell stuff, I might have to make a special playlist for it because I have some songs in mind I want to use for it. Because this is the first thing that just came to mind when I picked this one. It was just like, you know, Persona music, that'll work. I should try to grab some screenshots of it because god, is it hilarious. Anyway, for a moment, I think he might argue, but he glances at Meg and sighs.
My father didn't stop doing terrible things after he, did what he did to you.
I tried to make him pay through the appropriate
I tried to make him pay through the appropriate channels and it blew up in my face. And it blew up in the face of someone who deserved it the least.
I could play with this. Could tease out his willing victimhood to serve my purposes. But this blasted honesty gets the best of me yet again.
It's not going to bring him down, little Hercules. I may have had that ability once, but I don't anymore. I can kill him, but I can't dismantle his power structure.
He went pale.
You could kill him.
Yes.
How? I want to know how. Because according to this book, Hercules is not very strong. Hades has no power other than knowledge. Zeus sits atop Mount Olympus, possibly lightning bolting people across the way, smiting them down. How? He's a god. We're telling him a Ligma joke. That would hit Zeus so hard. Well, get him right where it hurts. He'll be burning for life if he hit him with that. No use denying it. It's what I intend, after all. If he hadn't seen what I'm up to by this point, he's denser than I could have dreamed. No, that's not the truth. Hercules is too insightful by half. He just has a pair of rose-tinted glasses, that color of his experience with the world. Despite being slapped down again and again, they remain intact. It's the strangest thing. I think he might have Gorilla Strength glue, Hades. I think it's holding it together. Today's sponsor, Gorilla Strength glue. Keeps your shit together. He shifts a little closer and pulls the covers up when Meg shivers.
Hades!
He gives me a long look. It's hard to... Hades doesn't have the same hit as Meg does.
You didn't change your name back. You know, in Olympus now, Hades is more, boogeyman than the real person. I always assumed he was a legend.
Not Gorilla Glue? It's not Gorilla Strength glue. That shit's dangerous. Video explaining. Oh my god. This isn't the first time Hercules has mentioned that Hades is like the boogeyman. I don't think Hades is like the boogeyman. But that's just my opinion. We're dancing too close to things best left in the past. But the past is here and shining directly in my face.
It's a legacy. It's a legacy role, similar to Zeus. With my son...
Even after all this time, I can barely speak the words.
There is no one to assume the role. It dies with me.
Hercules reaches across Meg's sleeping body and takes my hand.
I'm sorry.
You weren't even alive at the time. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Fire truck. Hades, I could offer some emotional support, even if I wasn't directly responsible for what happened to your family.
When Hercules speaks for longer than, like, 3 words, it's hard to keep up the voice. He strokes my thumb over my knuckles.
What were their names?
Oh fuck, we're about to learn Hades' name. Hades' names for his wife and child. Holy shit. You can mention the boogie. I wonder if the boogeyman likes to boogie. Maybe that's why he's called the boogeyman, because he always gets down with the music. Nothing weird about that. Still don't know what he is. All I know from the boogeyman is that he's just something that lurks in the shadows and that he'll get ya. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's not like, you know, Jason or what's that other guy? The guy from Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger. But, you know, I'm sure the boogeyman holds very similar... the way... Just saying the word boogeyman is so ridiculous. Anyway.
Amber. Jonah.
Saying them aloud feels like summoning their ghosts into this room. No, Hades, you have to do it 3 times. That's how it works, like with Beetlejuice. I was a different man in my early 20s, but they wouldn't recognize me now. Some moments, I barely recognize myself. Hercules squeezes my hand.
You should have told her.
No point arguing. He's right.
I know.
I've never lied to Meg. Not really. But withholding this information is almost the same thing. Jonas Brothers. If Hades had one more kid, he would have the Jonas Brothers. Unfortunately, Zeus put a stop to that. Ligma and Wilma. It's just like they're having a fucking serious moment in bed. He's like,
What were their names?
their names were Ligma and Sugma.
Those sound really weird, Hades. Why'd you pick those ones? Like, what was their last name? Ligma what?
Leg my balls. Leg my balls, Hercules. And sug my nuts.
Wow! Hades, I didn't expect you to come up with that one.
That's in the epilogue. Holy shit. Anyway, oh yeah. Hercules keeps stroking my hand. Little movements that curl through me, even as they provide the comfort I don't deserve. And those fucking jokes really got him rolling. He finally says,
What you said before. Your plan to defile me and send evidence to my father? It won't work. He won't care.
he doesn't tense up as he says the next words.
For it to be true justice, you'd have to kill me.
My chest locks up and I stare at him, shocked to my very core.
What?
That's what this is about, right? A son for a son?
He's watching me so closely, and for the first time since we've met, I have no idea what my face is showing. Wow.
He
already wrote me off, Hades. You could be fire trucking me 7 ways to Sunday, and it will barely make him blink. That's not how my father works.
Surely he didn't just suggest I murder him? God, Hades has done so much shit, but murder? No. This is true. Zeus is probably fucking sitting there at Mount Olympus being like, oh man, I can't wait for him to send footage. Oh, it's gonna be great. Sure Zeus is all about that. He's just sitting there waiting for it. I won't lie. And I say the thought never crossed my mind in my initial plans, but I discarded it upon meeting him for 1,000 different reasons. Meg, and the future of our relationship, such as it is, even Hercules himself.
I'm not killing you, little Hercules.
Why not?
Well, don't say it like that, because now I'm gonna.
The book didn't say that. What is his aim with this conversation? Yeah, does he want to die? What the fuck? Why is he bringing it up like that? I twist my hand and shake his wrist, tightening my grip until his fingers splay out and he bites his bottom lip. A lot of shit happened in that sentence, by the way. Holy fuck. That was like a roller coaster of movement. And there are so many things I could say. So many reasons I could give that would detour us away from this conversation. In the end, this strange addiction. Alright, Hades, I don't want to see you on My Strange Addiction next week. This strange addiction to honesty wins out.
Because you're mine.
He's mine. Yes, that's the truth. Little Hercules. It's like fucking Pegasus coming in. Being like, Yugi boy. Like, his bite is... I don't know what happened in that sentence. Like, his hand got twisted, his wrist got taken, he tightened his grip, his fingers went open, and he bites his lip. Wait a minute, that rhymed. Is this fucking author Dr. Seuss? It's fucking... It's killing me, man. That's the second hot rhyme today. Anyway. Hercules is mine the same way Meg is mine. Except, it's not the same. She and I push and pull and move through an intricate dance of power in every single one of our waking moments. With Hercules, it's effortless. He slid perfectly into a slot in our lives that I hadn't even realized was lacking until his presence brought it to my attention. I acquired him as a gift to Meg, yes, but I never realized that I would feel this way about him too.
He knows I'm here.
He doesn't form it as a question, but I answer him nonetheless.
He knows you're here?
Hercules nods.
Maybe that's enough.
It's not. Zeus will be ripping his hair out at the thought of his son within my grasp. Not because he cares about Hercules. If he did, he wouldn't have let the man leave. Sorry, he wouldn't have let the man leave the city and struggle the way he has these last few months. He's only been out for a few months? What? Hercules has only left Olympus for a few months? No. Zeus is a schoolyard bully. Is he now? Damn that Zeus. Oh, he's playing pranks and shit. Hercules is a possession, a toy. And even if he's long since discarded it, he can't stand the thought of someone else picking it up and finding value in it. It will aggravate him to no end. To know Hercules is in my household. Eventually, I'll push him hard enough that he'll be forced to come here, to my territory, and retaliate. That's when I'll truly gain my revenge. It's just to transform Loki. At this rate, most likely. I release Hercules' wrist, and reach up and stroke a single finger along his jaw, tracing the hard line there. Lifetime bargain or not, I can't guarantee he'll stay, short of locking him in. I know how that story ends. I don't know how this one does, though. Yeah, neither do I. Please, there's only a couple chapters left.
You'll be tempted to break your word at some point.
He makes the conventional leap with me, without hesitation.
I've never broken my word before. I won't start now.
Promises aren't worth the air it takes to voice them. I've learned that lesson time and time again.
I suppose we'll see, won't we?
I lean over Meg and kiss him. Chapter 22. Chapter 22 is a bit of a doozy. I'm just trying to see if I can... If I just disregard my life, I can finish it now. There's only a little bit left. Alright, we're going to keep reading. Or actually, maybe this will be the last chapter. I just looked at the time. Okay. Either chapter 22 is going to be the last one, or chapter 23 will be the last one. One of these two. Depends how fast I get through chapter 22. Anyway, this is from Meg's perspective. I wake up, pressed between two bodies. I know immediately. Hercules is a big hand bracketing my hip, but from the way they're moving, they're making out over my head. Both their hips shift as if seeking each other, except I'm in the middle, keeping them from closing that bit of distance. I'm in the way. If I had any self-respect at this point, I'd bolt out of the bed and retreat back to my bedroom to brood in peace. I came here last night to escape the demons bunnying at my heels. Okay, well see, I shouldn't censor that one because it's not the other word, but nipping at my heels. And yet, here they are, thrusting their hard roosters against me. The bed is no place for chickens, Hercules. it's a little messed up. If I leave, will they even pause? Or will they get right to fire trucking without the slightest bit of hesitation? I don't know. I don't even know what I want. I'm not fool enough to think their relationship only exists when I'm in the room. It's not true for me and each of them. Why should it be true for them together? Expecting that, well, wanting that, is ugly and horrible and selfish of me. Hades drags his hand across my side to delve between my thighs. The shock of the touch has my eyes fling open. Hercules breaks their kiss and looks down at me. his blue eyes already gone hazy with pleasure.
Good morning, Meg.
Hades chooses that moment to push 2 fingers into me.
Did you think we wouldn't notice you waking up?
That's exactly what I thought. I swallow hard.
You were busy.
Never too busy for you.
It's right in front of myself. Oh my god. Yeah, Meg slept through that entire conversation right next to her eardrums. It's absolutely insane. Hercules shifts down to kiss me, and I can taste Hades on his tongue. He barely lets me sink into him before he lifts his head.
You tensed up. Why?
Is he seriously asking me this while Hades is fingering me? Oh, I don't know if I should have censored that. I guess I didn't need to. I arc up to take his mouth again, but he moves back, staying just out of reach. Hades chooses that moment to withdraw his fingers and deliver a stinging slap to my rainbow. It surprises the leprechaun again, and he jumps and bits and pieces of gold fly out of his pot, all over the bed. It's quite an awful mess, and I don't know who's going to be picking up the pieces, but if either of them get their hands on it, their wishes might come true. The book never said any of that, by the way.
Answer him, love.
When I craved being the center of their attention, I didn't anticipate this. I open my mouth, but hesitate, admitting my selfish thoughts might as well pave the way for them to leave me. The fear feels a little irrational right now, with Hercules reaching down to lightly stroke my rainbow, and Hades moving to finger fire truck me from behind. I didn't even call 000. There's no emergency services to call a fire truck right now. And Hercules is getting dangerously close to that rainbow. He might touch the rainbow. He might taste the rainbow. Wait, is that Hercules reaching into the bag of Skittles? Hercules, that dog of a man. Those Skittles are mine, and mine alone, but he continues to reach for the rainbow. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. From behind, it doesn't matter if it's not valid or that it won't leave me so incredibly vulnerable.
Can we please just get down to the organisms and stop talking so much?
Hades' lips brush the curve of my ear.
No.
He pushes a 3rd finger into me, and then a 4th, and then a 5th, and then, before you know it, he's got a whole fist. Alright, sorry. It's just the fact that they're continuously adding another finger just drives me insane. It's only the 3rd one.
Answer his question.
I can't think past what they're doing to me. Past their presence overwhelms me from both sides. The truth spills from my lips, sharp and painful.
I feel like I'm unnecessary, replaceable.
Deco? Deco, welcome to the stream. Careful of the pot of gold, Deco. But how's it going? Become one with the rainbow. Bunny Milk, welcome as well. Bunny Milk, also be careful of the rainbow. It's danger. Hercules is about to taste the rainbow. I wish I had a Skittles commercial pulled up. All I've got on my screen right now is this.
Energy immediately, Mega Man.
That's just sitting there. Anyway. I could accumulate to avoid this. Well, unfortunately, Bunny, I think I'm gonna try and... Well... I don't think there's gonna be much, in the way of Mega Man tonight. I was probably just going to read this book because it's almost over. There's a teeny tiny bit left. But don't worry, Bunny, you missed the best part. Where Meg was fire trucking Hercules while Hercules was milking a rooster. That's what I'm gonna say to that. Right, there's a book too. There's a fuckload of books, but there is actually a book lined up after this one, which involves Tinkerbell and Hook. So we'll see how that goes. It's called A Worthy Opponent. Interesting. The King series. Sorry, there's a lot of serieses. Sorry, I looked at one of the the Come Undone series has 4 books. I'm sorry, it's got 3 books, and the 4th book is 3.5. I don't know why it just isn't called the 4th book, but it's Wrong Bed, Right Guy, Chasing Mrs. Right, 2 wrongs, 1 right, Seducing Mr. Right. What the fuck? Quite the series to get into, let me tell you. Lost Rune, welcome to the stream as well. Hercules continues to stretch. He widens. He widens even further. Actually, unfortunately, the enhancement doesn't work because there's no game life. But just for you, Lost Rune, just for you. He's a very big guy. All right, he's really big. Also, you might be able to see it in the back, but you know there's a surprise over there. I do love this. I can't tell if you actually love this, Bunny, or this is torture to your ears. One of the two. Sorry, I lost my place. There's a bit of fire trucking ready. Oh yeah, Hercules inhales sharply.
What?
Now that I've started, I can't seem to stop.
Hades shares with you what he won't share with me. He doesn't shut you out.
God, it hurts to admit that. Hurts more than I could imagine. Hades stops fire trucking me with his fingers, but he doesn't remove them.
You're still hurting.
He sounds shocked? But surely that can't be. Hades knows all. Even when I want to shove him out a window for seeing things I'm not willing to share. Oh, this book also has a, Oh, that's all good, Loster, and thanks for dropping by the way. I, actually have been meaning to do some corruptions for Mega Man Battle Network. Seeing as though I've almost beaten it, I do want to make bonus saves at the end with Dr. Wily and fucking go nuts with it. I don't know how many people have beaten Mega Man Battle Network 1, but boy, I really need to see that. Back from therapy to this? Bunny Milk, what are you talking about? This is your therapy. Anyway, but surely that can't be. Hades knows all. Even, oh yeah.
I'm always hurting.
My words don't have the intended amusement in them. They come out stark. Tony Stark. True. The book didn't say Tony. I twist to face him, and they allow me to do it. Hercules wraps his arms around my body, around my back. Always giving me comfort in whatever way I'll allow. His strength... I'm sorry. Can this word be used in this context? I'm about to look up something again. Hang on. Bunny Milk, chapter 19 was a fucking nightmare. There was so many typos in it. And not only that, the chapter afterwards, chapter 20, had fucking door jams. Bunny, raise your hand if you know what a door jam is. No one knows what a door jam is. Put your hand down. Anyway. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So the word. His strength buoys me to speak the truth that's been lodged in my throat for days. Buoys me. Buoys me spelt as in buoy. Like the fucking ocean buoy. You know? That fucking... the guy... Hang on. Define the word buoy, please. Wait, no, actually, it is spelled different. Buoys. Yeah, nah, this isn't right. Just ain't fucking right. Wait a minute. It doesn't have any other connotations. It is used for what I think it's used for. Wait a minute. Mark with a buoy. This wreck is often buoyed. Yeah, okay, yeah. Cause a price to remain at a high level. Oh, no. Hold on. To make someone cheerful and confident. She was buoyed up by his praise. His strength buoys me to speak the truth. What? Why the fuck would you phrase it like that? Me on a night out with the boys. That's a good one, Dico. That's a good one. Christ. Strength cheers me up. His strength brings out the truth is a better way to sum up what has just been said. It rises it to the surface. It rises, it's like the cream of the crop. It rises to the top. But in other words, it buoys. Why the fuck? Why would you use the word buoys? Because, like, again, it's like door jambs. It's obviously not the primary use of the... If I didn't know the word buoys was used in that context, I'd be thinking like, you know, his strength just summons a bunch of buoys into the room. Me and the buoys. Hercules just has the power of a buoys. Motivates her positively. It really... I'm gonna add a fucking buoy to stream in a minute. What does that mean? All I know is it's a quote from a wrestler. I don't know the name of the wrestler. I think he's the Undertaker or some shit. No, that's not right. Who is it? It's something. But he's talking to like Hulk Hogan or something. He's talking about the cream always rises to the top or some shit like that. It's he's the cream of the crop or whatever it is. I forget the line. I think it's the same guy that does the fucking math equation. You know, you're like what, like 2/3 as strong as that guy, or like, you know, that's 4.5% powerful as like this guy or some shit like that. I forget the whole quote. Many of Hercules' abilities. It's right around the Herculade. He's got Herculade and buoys. Me and the buoys chilling with the Herculade. So anyway. Sorry, hang on. Where were the buoys? Yes. Lodged in my throat for days. Longer. I look up into Hades' dark eyes, and... for the first time, in as long as I can remember, he's not holding himself back from me. He's right here. Close enough to touch in every way that counts. I swallow hard. There's been a lot of hard swallowing in the past couple chapters. I may not get another opportunity to get this out.
You didn't tell me about them. You've stopped telling me anything. I'm not a partner, Hades. I'm just another soldier for you to bend to your will.
Not that, love. Never that.
He strokes his thumbs over my cheeks as they come away wet with my tears. I was about to say come was going to use in a different sentence there, or a different context. Hades presses his forehead to mine.
I love you. I may not show it abundantly at times, but never doubt that I do.
I love you too,
I whisper.
I just don't know if it's enough.
The same words I said to Hercules are just as true now as they were then. That's the worst part of it. Love is supposed to conquer all, but I've known that for a lie most of my adult life. It feels different with Hades, and that used to be something I cherished. Now it seems like every move we make cuts each other, no matter how carefully we maneuver.
Give us time, Meg.
Hercules kisses the top of my head. It's getting out of control. Maybe they're just dehydrated. That's true. I haven't heard them take a drink of water at all during this entire book. I think they're very dehydrated. Some mighty subway she swallowed. It's all that rooster milk from earlier. The music's too groovy for this. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Pain lances through me.
You two want...
No.
Hades shakes his head.
Give us time. All three of us.
I stare up at him. Surely he isn't saying what I think he is. I lick my lips. I'm so parched. I really need a drink. Something to swallow. The book didn't say that. Striving to calm my racing heart. It's no use.
The three of us?
Yes.
He looks deadly serious for once. No amusement. No cruelty. Just Hades.
We could be a true triad.
Like a tripod. His lips quirk.
At least, we could if we get out of each other's way long enough to make it happen.
I know the music is quite the vibe. Especially when there's about to be some fire trucking. How much more fire trucking can they squeeze into the end of this? Surely not much, right? Surely not. Anyway, what he's saying, what they're both saying, surely it can't be that simple. I've seen poly relationships in the underworld. Hell, I am poly for all intents and purposes, but we've never tried it as a relationship. It's always just been fire trucking, with Hades and I circling each other, the only constant.
What about your revenge?
It will take shape regardless of what happens with us here, now.
The words are right, but something is off in his tone. Maybe he distrusts this perfect solution as much as I do. I run my hands over Hercules' arms where he holds me. I don't know who's speaking. It's not Hades.
This can't be the life you wanted. To chain yourself to us.
Why don't you let me worry about what I want?
Sorry. Let me back it up.
This can't be the life you wanted. To chain yourself to us.
Why don't you let me worry about what I want?
Hercules gives me a squeeze. Ah yes, I'm his main squeeze.
What I want is both of you.
You hate us.
Why can't I let this go and just accept it? It's easier to let it's easier to let lust and love have their way than pick apart the solution. But I can't seem to stop.
You're furious at us for lying to you. For trapping you.
I think I know where this is going. Bunny, I think they're all going to get married and they're all going to march to Olympus and they're all going to fucking shake Zeus's hand. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. Oh no. They know Hades knows Meg's name, but I think he calls her Megira as opposed to Meg. Or Megaria? I actually don't know her real name. It's one of those two. It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, I was.
He chuckles against my hair.
Maybe I'm still kinda pissed. But you were right before. I have no one to blame but myself.
He's too good. Too pure. Too innocent. A fucking virgin. That wasn't part of the book. We'll tarnish him. It might take a few weeks, months, years, but eventually he'll lose that shine and start compromising the values that makes Hercules the man he is. He won't be able to avoid it. Not if he wants to survive this world. It hurts me to think about. But telling him to go would hurt too.
This can't possibly work.
I whisper, although the narrator didn't know that was whispering until it was after I said it. The book didn't say that.
We won't know unless we try it for real.
Hercules runs his hands over my body, like he's trying to soothe a startled animal.
We can do this. There'll be some bumps along the way, a whole lot of communication, some mistakes, but we can make it work. Actually, as I'm saying it out loud, it's probably going to be pretty fucked. But, let's just move on anyway.
I reach up. The book didn't say that. I reach up and tentatively touch Hades' chin. He's staring at me like he can read the doubts in my soul. I can't seem to stop shaking.
This is a trick.
No trick.
He covers my hand with his, sealing me to him.
This is an alternate route.
An alternate route. As if it's really that simple.
But
Megaria.
He doesn't raise his voice, but he doesn't have to for me to know I won't like what he's about to say.
I am not Declan.
Holy shit, Declan got mentioned a 4th time. Holy fuck. How does Hades know about Declan?
After all this time, you should know that. I won't treat you so carelessly as he did. Ever.
Hercules tenses and asks, oh shit. Dame dame. Need a water break? I honestly probably need a water break. I'm dead serious. Curious? No, that's all good sunflowers. That's what the channel points are. Well, that's what the channel points have become now. Like, if I want to add more sound effects in the future, I want to do it through channel points like that. Because I like it when they do things on stream. Makes me happy. But Hercules, he's tensing, about to ask the biggest question we've all been waiting for. Everybody who's ever read this book in their entire life really wants to know the answer to this next question. Everybody at home, even the narrator right now.
Who is Declan?
How dare Hades spill forth my darkest shame like that? His eyes are still tender, but there's a challenge there now too. Oh my god, hang on bunny, hang on. Declan D's nuts. They've done it, bunny. They've transformed into a tripod. They've become a triad. The Trinity. Hold on. It's like that. Oh, I forget the name of that song. Or did it say table a whole bunch? They've become one. Sit on them, Mr. Samurai. I will. I will take pleasure in sitting on them. They make quite the stool. This is what it will lead. This is the climax. They've become one. Declan D's nuts. I just want to know who Declan is. He's willing to compromise his vengeance to offer part of himself up to the altar. That could be this new relationship. Am I willing to do the same? I close my eyes and let the soft sound of their breathing soothe me. I'm scared. So scared. Here we go. Fuck, man. I hope you guys are ready. This is the big reveal. This is seriously the question I've wanted to know the whole fucking time whenever Declan shows up. And it's finally happening.
Declan is the man who conceived me. Sorry.
I misread that. Not conceived. Not conceived. I fucked it up in the best possible way. It's like, wow, the plot really thickens now. It's the trash man. No, it is. It is her ex. Hang on. Shit. Oh, that fucking broke me, dude. That was a fuck up and a half.
Declan is the man who convinced me to bargain myself away to further his own goals. He wanted something only Hades could provide, and so he convinced me to make a deal on his behalf. My freedom for his ambition.
What was the deal he made? What did he want? What could Hades have offered him? Hades, Hercules' shocked inhale is too pure.
You took that deal?
I had my reasons.
I open my eyes. I can't help it. Hades is looking at me, just like he did that first day. All warmth and danger, and a sweet possession that calls to every part of me. I lick my lips.
Do you remember the first thing you said to me upon sealing that bargain?
He strokes the back of my hand.
Who's Declan?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly it.
Book didn't say that, by the way. Declan conceived me. God. Man, this would have been one hell of a plot if that was the reveal. Fuck. I like my version better. Anyway, this is what Hades said.
That you are destined to be a queen, not some man's pawn.
Hercules is tense behind me.
You let her sell herself for some piece of shit?
So, oh fuck, shit! So I should have censored that.
You let her sell herself for some piece of poopy? Well, what the hell, Hades?
He lifts his gaze to the man behind me.
I'd think you would know by now that I'm not a good man, little Hercules. I wanted Meg from the very moment I saw her, and when she offered herself to me, I took her.
Hercules huffs out a breath.
Huh. Yeah, I get that. That's not my fire trucking problem, Hades. You let him profit off her sacrifice.
Ah, that.
Hades presses a kiss to my knuckles and releases me.
Would you like to tell him, love? Or should I?
It's been a long time since I thought about Declan. Same. Or the beginning of my relationship with Hades. He didn't fire truck me that first year. I was under contract with him. He simply trained me in everything from BDSM to the politics of Kavar City. That is quite a broad spectrum. There were nights where we'd talk for hours after a scene, and I felt like I had found another part of my soul I didn't know I was missing. Please get to the plot, please! I don't give a shit, I just want to know about Declan! It strikes me that I have the same sensation with Hercules too, albeit in a different way. My chest goes warm and tight.
Declan was running a small territory just south of Jasmine's father's.
A vicious part of me rises to the fore of the memory, and I smile.
About a year after we made our bargain, Hades dismantled his support system in that space in the space of a week. And when he came crawling to the underground to beg for help, Hades exiled him from the city entirely.
You can do that?
That's it. That's it? Are you fucking serious? Wow. Riveting. The Trash Man was better. I want to see Hades just be like, can I offer you an egg in this trying time, please? Hades' class is Hades seems to be quite the teacher. He knows everything. I know, Bunny. Same. I was... the author had me going there. I'm like, oh shit. Did did Declan like wish for immortality and Hades granted him immortality and then Hades fucking killed him or some shit? That would be fucking wild. But no. No. He just got a property and then Hades didn't fund it anymore. And then he came back and then he got exiled. Oh. What the fuck? It's like all that. Fuck Declan. Hades shrugs.
If I start running major players out of town, they'll all turn on me. Neutral territory is my strength, and so I don't directly meddle with power squabbles in the various territories.
His eyes go lethal. How does somebody's eyes go lethal?
However, it was a special circumstance, and everyone recognized it as such.
Others saw it as a courting gift, a way of balancing the scales. It helped that I was already developing a reputation in the underworld, and most of them liked me 9 years later, and they still gravitate to me. But there's a healthy dose of fear mixed in, and one small step down from Hades in their eyes, and they treat me with every respect and courtesy. Hercules is quiet for a long moment, afraid to speak because of what people think of his voice. The book didn't say that. Obviously processing.
It doesn't seem like enough.
I jerk away and sit up. What? How did he know what everybody reading this book is thinking? How did he know the exact thing to say? How did he know what the author was thinking? How did he know what the narrator was thinking? And he just summed it up like that. The book didn't say that. Did he seriously just say that? Did he really? As if my plot wasn't good enough. The book didn't say that. Botany, they've become one. They've become one now. Saw someone just kick him out. It's like, what? But like, it's like, but that's it. Like, how is that the end of the story? Why the fuck this whole build up to Declan? Like, they keep referencing Declan. It's like, just tell me about Declan, please. They finally let the dog off the chain. It's like, all right, here's everything you need to know about Declan. He made a trade. That's it. And he got exiled for it. Okay. I really thought there was going to be more to that. I really did. It's not good. It's a fair point, Bunny. It's a very fair point. Hades isn't looking at me now. He's got a strange expression on his face, as if Hercules has done something delightful, as if he's asked the question everyone's been thinking.
He hasn't been seen in nearly a decade, little Hercules.
I freeze.
Hades, you didn't.
Oh. Oh. Oh, yo. I don't know why I've got deja vu all of a sudden, but the plot thickens even further. Meg really needs that right now, because I hope you're ready for this. Now, he turns that look in my direction.
The terms were clear, love. If he attempted to come back to Kavar City, I would ensure it never happened again.
I remember that, of course, but no one crosses Hades. Surely Declan wasn't stupid enough to try, even with a name like Declan. Surely. The book didn't say that. I open my mouth to ask, but reconsider. Does it really matter? Hades' hands aren't clean. They haven't been for the entirety of the time I've known him. They won't be in the future either. In fact, they still have some of my rainbow juice on them. Will knowing that he killed my ex make a difference? Yes. Yes, it would.
Did he come back?
He doesn't blink.
Yes.
I can't breathe.
When?
A week after he left, he attempted to slide back into his little role. His sushi roll.
The book didn't say that. His eyes give me nothing.
He couldn't get to me, so he blamed you for the broken bargain. I ensured he ceased to be a threat.
That sounds like Declan. Does it? Does it, Meg? I don't know if it does. I know about 3 seconds about Declan. I don't know if it sounds like Declan. That sounds like Declan, alright. If I knew a Declan, that's him. Even after all these years, I remember his rage. When we were together, I was naive enough to think it was sexy. A man with emotions. I didn't realize how toxic he was until it was far too late, and I'd signed my life away. Declan never loved me. He loved that I loved him, and he found me useful. Having me be the reason Hades turned on him must have driven him mad. Funny that I never stopped to consider it until now. I was too busy, forcefully... I didn't think there was a H in the next word, because would have been a different phrase entirely. I was too busy forcefully shucking off my innocence, shedding it like a skin. Shucking. Google. What is the word shucking? Remove the shucks of a maize or shellfish. Ah, yes. Shuck and drain the oysters. Oh. Man, I need a fucking dictionary, dude. Like, you don't shuck corn. The author's trying to be poetic. It certainly seems that way. They keep spicing up their typos with words that I don't believe are real, but sometimes are. Shucking. That's very, very shucking. Anyway, for those of you wondering, it's cause to believe something that is not true, false, or tease. Take that how you will. The description is they have enough, or the example is they have enough physiology to know whether you're shucking them or whether you're being honest. I just think the word shucking is one letter away from being a different word. That would certainly change the situation. Anyway, shedding it like it's a skin that I no longer fit. Declan was like all the other things in my past. Something I wanted to leave behind and never think of again.
You killed him!
Hercules? Now isn't the time for that. Hercules still has that strange expression on his face, as if he can't decide whether he's horrified or not.
I'll do anything to protect those I love, little Hercules.
Hades doesn't look away from my face.
Anything.
Oh, well, I get it.
Hercules says slowly, but actually the narrator didn't realize that he said it slowly, so he just kind of said it really quickly. The book didn't say that. Now he's looking at me too, his expression contemplative.
Some people are worth protecting, no matter the cost.
If I were a different person, I'd be running, screaming from the room right now. Hades is a dangerous man, and I knew that from the moment I met him. This information about Declan might be new, and new to the viewer as well, but not surprising. Also true, actually. For the first time, I'm realizing that Hercules is just as dangerous in a different way. He won't play out a revenge scheme over the space of years. A spider in his web, waiting for the unwary fly to come to him. No. Hercules will charge forth to do what he thinks is necessary. Shit, my voice. My true voice was showing there for a second. Hercules will charge forth to do what he thinks is necessary, with no thought to himself. He wouldn't have waited for Declan to break the rules. He would have chased the man down and ensured he never got a chance to try. I shouldn't find that so sexy. Either of these scenarios... Wait, I shouldn't find that so sexy. Either of these scenarios, but I've long since given up the concept of should. Still, I can't quite believe this is real. I take each of their hands and look down at them.
You mean it when you say you want... Wait. You mean it when you say you want this with us, truly?
Yes.
Hercules doesn't hesitate. Although it certainly sounded like he hesitated, because the narrator doesn't realize what I'm trying to get across whenever he fucking reads one of the lines. The book didn't say that. Hades lets me see him. Lets me see exactly what he's thinking for the first time in a long time. He's planned this, yes, but he has his own reservations despite wanting this just as much as I'm afraid to.
Yes,
He says. He drags his thumb over my palm.
the question remains. Do you?
I laugh. I can't help it.
It's going to blow up in our faces.
No, it won't.
Hercules sits up, and I have to be dead not to appreciate the way the muscles in his stomach flex when he does so.
Come on, Meg. Let's give it a shot.
God, his stomach muscles just get me all fucking riled up. Yeah, I love his hot, fucking sexy bod as he's telling me to fucking give it a shot. Fuck yeah, Hercules. Why the fuck did the author include that line in this little paragraph? None of that was in the book. There's really only one answer. There's been only one answer from the moment I sat in the restaurant and Hades told me he wanted to fire truck a waiter. I look at Hercules, then at Hades, then back at Hercules, then back at Hades, and back to Hercules, and then that bottle of shampoo that guy was holding in the commercial. Are they holding their breath in the same way that I am? I can't be sure. I finally nod.
Yes, let's do this.
Can I find that fucking commercial? I don't remember the name. God fucking hang on. Old Spice. Fuck. That's what it was. Holy shit. Hang on. Hang on. This is important. Oh fuck, hang on. Get this table out of here. What the hell is Sharkman doing there? Has Sharkman always been on top of everything? Oh my god. Sharkman, please.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamonds. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
Fascinating. That's what I think of when when Meg is like, I look at Hercules, I look at Hades, I look at Hercules again. that's what's in my mind. Fucking hell. Anyway, that believe it or not, I thought it's got an Old Spice at it. I think Old Spice is a little too old to be on Twitch nowadays. That's gonna be where I end the book for now, because we're up to chapter 23. There's only like 6 chapters left. I can easily finish this in one more stream, easily.